people were, because they were trying to make them feel less than and show their seniority over them, which ain't always right. Look, we got to be careful how we perceive our young folks, because they're our entrepreneurs and our innovators. They are the ones who are coming up with so much stuff now that, we don't know what all they know or how they feel until we get there and talk to them. They may encourage us. They may be the ones to encourage us. So we shouldn't judge them based off an age. Anybody else have another comment?
That's just like, too, like with the clothes, like somebody in their 40s might try to dress like they 18 or 17.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's competition.
Yeah.
Now, that is competition when you see that. And there is a right smarter folks that are doing that, too, and they never want to grow old. They don't want to embrace being old. I embrace my gray hair, and I'm fortunate enough that I have young men that love it. So, there's nothing wrong with it, but all competition ain't good. When it gets to the point where you are obsessing over it, obsessing over trying to stay young and look young, and you're having risky behavior, and that's the part too also where Jazzy Bell can play a part in too. You're having these women are having risky behavior, sleeping with this person and that person because they still want to feel young and because they are competing against the younger girls. Yeah. And some of them don't realize your body may look young, but your face don't. And
them wrinkles.
Yeah, it tells. I'm just saying, sometimes, you'll see from behind and you'll think it's a young person. But when they turn around, it's a whole different story. So we have to learn how to embrace who we are and whatever we got. A lot of people don't want to embrace their flaws, but your flaws are beautiful. Yeah. Your flaws are beautiful. If you're getting older, embrace it. Embrace the age that you're given. And it's okay to be a kid at heart here and there, but you don't want to be a kid at heart with risky behavior in behind it. There's a time to grow up. Okay, anything else? I want to read this quote by Herbert George Wells. And I'm going to go into the homework assignment because it's 10:20. Herbert George Wells, he says, beauty is in the heart of the beholder. So see, however you perceive yourself, it's in your heart. And whatever's in your heart goes to your mind. So if you feel yourself like people just staring at you every time you walk around, you may need to go back and, find out why you feel like that. Why do you have anxiety when you're around people? It may be your normal now if you've done it long enough, but it's not really normal. You should be comfortable. You should love the skin you're in. You should love your wrinkles. I learned one thing I learned about me is I said, okay, so I am a little heavy. So one thing I learned is I just have to stay clear of things that I may knock off the shelf. And other than that, I roll with it. Okay. So our homework assignment is going to be, y'all listen, there's 4 parts to this. It's 4 parts to this, but it's very easy and simple. If you have the time to do it, because you're going to learn a lot in it. Part 1 of the assignment is describe how you perceive your face, how you perceive yourself. And what I mean by that, put down your emotions. Like if you feel like your chin is too long, I want you to put down the things that I want you to look in your phone at yourself and write down these things. What do you think about yourself? I want you to write that down. How are you feeling whenever you're drawing the picture? What do you see? Like I'm holding my cell phone up right now. I can see my eyes is really wide open. I have really wide eyes right now, and my nostrils is open, and my jaws are like rosy light, and my eyebrows are or arched upward, like they're smiling down, you know. And I have a little bag under my eye, underneath both eyes from lack of sleep. So I have 2 bags under there. So that's what I would draw, is what I see. I'll draw what I see based off of what I write. Listen, it's got to be based off of what you write about yourself. Don't draw it just looking at yourself. Write down those words, what you're seeing about yourself, and then draw it. As a matter of fact, what would be really easy is each time, like whenever you go to the nose, sketch your nose on there. What do you feel about your nose? I feel like my nose has a fat tip with some wide nostrils. So you go ahead and draw that part on there. You know, just draw each part one by one. And that was part 2, to actually draw the sketch of how you perceive yourself. And what you can do is take a picture of that. This is going to be interesting. Take a picture of it, y'all. Put it in Kiva. And let us look at each other. If y'all want to, we can draw how we see each other. Just like Dove did. I'm going to send that video to y'all. Okay, part 3 is to encourage other women, not from a judgmental point of view. Whenever you go out this week, or even at home, encourage women. Encourage women. Put something up on Facebook. You're going to know people are going to read your stuff. Put something on Facebook that will encourage women. Encourage little girls. You know, encouragement is very important. Number 4. Now, this is what's going to get y'all right here. You're probably going to say, well, what the world this got to do with this? Herbert George Wells, he was a horror and science fiction novelist back in 1897. He was from the United Kingdom. He was an author. And I found that this man had something that I really enjoyed, and I always watched it as a little kid, but it also has some meaning to it. So I need for y'all to watch The Invisible Man. Watch The Invisible Man, or either you can go to the library and read the book. They have the movie and they have the book. But make sure it's the older version. Don't get the new up-to-date versions like 1990 or something. Try to find the black and white version. Well, no, they got an older color version. Try to find the oldest version you can, because this man, he writes from really deep of what he sees. Explore who he is. You know, go on Google and type in his name. Explore who he is. And that way you can understand why he wrote the movie the way he wrote it. How do you perceive this man? So that's the last thing to do. Write a summary of this movie. Write a summary of the movie and how it relates. And how it relates to you. How it would relate to you. You know, the Invisible Man was, you know, he basically didn't have nothing. He was just wrapped up. But it wasn't always like that. He wasn't always like that. So write a summary of it. That's y'all literature, by the way. Okay, any other questions? Any comments? We still got a few minutes here.
Will this be up on the Kiva page? My pencil broke.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. Well, let me give y'all this encouraging scripture. 1 John 4:19. This is the NIV version. We love. Wait a minute. Hold up, my thing. I didn't write the whole verse down. Lord have mercy, so I got to go on here and pull it. Jamie. Okay. Okay. So that verse is 1 John 4:19. It reads, "We love because he first loved us." That's why we love, because Jesus loved us. And we should pass it on to others. And, okay. Well, that's about it. But, y'all, we still got like 3 minutes on here. Somebody got something to say. Look, if you run up with them Jazzy Bell spirits, you get somewhere and pray. Because I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I came up on one. And I know that's why I was in prayer 2 weeks. I'm telling y'all the truth. I felt so horrible the last 2 weeks. And I kept saying, Lord, what is it? What is it, God? I was staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Didn't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and take my grandbabies to school. But it felt really horrible when that spirit tried to sit down on me, tried to make me feel like I wasn't worthy and like I wasn't nobody. And I was like, dang, why am I feeling like this? I'm accomplishing so much right now in my career, but yet I'm feeling like a private failure. And I was like, where is this coming from? And you know where it was coming from? People I was around. People I was around was wanting me to feel the way they felt, which was like they wasn't nobody. So you have to be careful of these people that you're around because they will. That Jazzy Bell spirit wants you to feel like you're nobody. That dysfunctional woman, she wants you to feel like you're nobody. That jealous woman wants you to feel like you're ugly because we don't need you coming around our men. You're ugly. So, you know, you be careful of that Jazzy Bell spirit. It is out here, and it's alive, and it's in our families, it's in our schools, it's in the churches, it's everywhere. One thing I did is I had to pray. I had to anoint myself and pray. And I mean, when I tell you I had to pray hard. I had to keep speaking over myself. I said, no, Jamie, you are more than a conqueror. No, you're going to do this. It got to the point, y'all, where it was so bad, I didn't even think I was going to be able to do tonight's teaching. That's how bad it was. And I couldn't shake it for nothing for 2 weeks. I went around 2 weeks, but I was still able to function, but it was wearing me down. It was wearing me down each day. I had to keep speaking over my life. Then I had to learn to speak into my life. I had to speak into my life, and I mean, I had to keep doing it. It seemed like I had to keep doing it every 2 hours. It was like taking medication. Every 2 hours I had to get in the scriptures and stuff. It was medication. The Bible was my medication. I had to keep watching faith-building messages because it got that bad. So y'all don't think that we're so strong that it can't easily slip up on us, because it can. If the right person comes to you with the right pity story, it will slip. It will slip up on you. Okay. But you have to pray and have faith and keep yourself positive. Do whatever you got to do to stay positive. Okay. Any other questions or comments? If not, then, okay, it is 10:30. If nobody else has anything else to say, then we're going to go. Do anybody got any questions about their homework now? And I want to see some pictures for real, y'all. I want to see the pictures. And I want to say, you know what? We're going to cheat if we actually look at our phones or mirrors at ourselves, how we look. I want you to write it out. Don't cheat on it. Write it out how you see yourself first, and then draw it. Don't look in the mirror or anything whenever you're doing this, because these women didn't have a chance to look in the mirror. They just automatically knew how they perceived themselves. They automatically knew that, hey, I got these lines under my eyes. You know, women look at themselves, so don't look at no pictures of yourself before you do the sketch. Can I trust y'all not to pinky swear? Okay, ladies, well, that's all, though. And I'll see y'all next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Y'all be sure to share the flyer, especially when it gets close to Wednesday, like on Tuesdays or something. Or you can share it every day if you like. That way we can get more people in here and we can have more discussions, more open discussions. All right, well, God bless y'all, and you have a beautiful week and blessed week, rest of the weekday and weekend.
Amen. Okay, good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.